Betty Davis could see me now. I'm Angela Babila, and I work with my husband Mark at Angel's Garage, and we build cars for stars and charities, and just living the American dream.
We like to work on cars here.
We do. We like to work on cars together. How much fun is that?
Mush.
I'm trying.
Oh, somebody's dogging it. Come on. No. Get it going. Push.
So it's a husband and wife business. We started out many years ago and started doing some of the major auto shows. And what we're going to end up doing with this one is a full tilt restoration all the way from top to bottom, inside and out. That's what we do. So we'll be stripping everything down to bare metal. The engine's out of it. It's going to get all rebuilt. Transmission's getting all rebuilt.
Mark and I like to look around and find cars that are old and rusty and make them new again, just like our love and marriage.
Angela likes Patti LaBelle. She loves anything that's related with music. She loves to move and groove like that with her music in the morning. She doesn't get her coffee first thing in the morning though. Woo! It's gonna be a long day.
Mark, come on babe, go roll me a cigarette. I'm about to get all frazzled. We met at a bar in 2005, and he was there in a brown bomber jacket, drinking a B-52.
With coffee.
With coffee. Mark likes to barbecue instead of working on cars, so when he gets mad at me, he'll run out here and act like he's doing something. I do like working with you.
Yeah, she's fun.
It's okay. The new Alante! The Bundy box.
Oh, jeez. It's the same way with your type of people, I tell you. Okay. Mark's philosophy on barbecuing is there is no bad time to barbecue.
Nothing makes us like everyone else's husband and wife business, because hopefully they have people that come in and can break the monotony. I can't afford to bring anybody in here, so I'm stuck with working with my husband. So it's, and when we fight, you have to keep going because there's projects that have deadlines, and the last thing we need is to have a deadline not met because we're going through it.
We've been married so long now, I don't even bother to look both ways when I cross out into the street.
My name is Jesse Wild, and what I've done is a little bit of everything and not enough of it. Most of my friends do more, but I've been on Deadwood. I brought something from the old show in Deadwood, and maybe some of you people will remember it. I was the crier on episode 9 of the 3rd season. Yeah, and well, that was a good opportunity for me to be a part of something else.
Jesse, you're supposed to look up here, not at the camera.
Can we do it again?
We are getting this car ready for February so that it could appear at the Chicago Auto Show for juvenile diabetes research. And we're looking at a Cleveland block, 4-barrel, and a lot of work.
We're just
Broke.
yeah, just your normal working people. We get up, you know, first thing in the morning, and you have your cup of coffee, and out to the shop you go, and you start your day, and you'll work and all day long, and sometimes all night long, just whatever it takes to get the job done.
Yeah, and the whole time you don't have any money, so that's what makes us struggle every day. It's not, you know, everybody sees the cars and think it's such a, like, you're just rich with, you know, but no, you're rich with knowledge but not no money. So I mean, it's a struggle.
It is. It's a challenge day in and day out.
It is.
You know, it's
not
easy road to go down. We have a lot of things to overcome in the course of our business days. We'll have suppliers sometimes that don't ship parts or ship the incorrect parts, or you're waiting on money to come back from the supplier and you still don't get paid. So there's many things, and of course, being a husband and wife team,
you know, it tends to battle back and forth and gets a little boiling point sometimes, gets a little heated.
That's what it is right here. 2 pages. You don't need the last page. It says what it's done. Call him right now. Give him a call.
They don't pick up, I've tried.
Well, you should leave a message. I was upstairs one night watching my housewife show. We were in Michigan, and he had been talking for months about this movie Deadwood. And it's a Western, and Westerns to me was John Wayne and black and whites, and I didn't understand Westerns. I didn't like them. And I came downstairs one day, and I heard the word and I went back upstairs, turned off that TV, and I was hooked. And I watched this series, and this man, Richardson, stood out to me. And there's only one Ralphie, and Ralphie was like that one kindred spirit. He was Jungle Man in the Nestea commercials, and he embodied life. And he was at Woodstock. He went to the Dalai Lama. He just did everything, and he had pictures and stuff. And he shared his spirit with you, and it's just, I'll never be the same, and I'm always grateful. I love Detroit. I will always love Detroit. It's Motown. It's the Motor City. It's home. It was warmth. It was. I loved everything about the city. I hated to see that it changed. Everything changed in the world. But I grew up and went to Holy Redeemer one year. Was kicked out. Went to a few other schools, but I graduated, and I love Detroit. My childhood was rocky. My mother and I had a very turbulent relationship, and so I ran away a lot. It wasn't your normal childhood, and just until recently we started talking again. But it wasn't your normal childhood. There was a lot of running away. I'd go into the city, and at 14 I was working at a bar. So I come from a colorful past.
I actually grew up in Flint, Michigan, born and raised in Flint, Michigan, and it was just generally a shop town. We had General Motors there, Fisher Body, Buick City, AC Spark Plug, so it was a basic shop town. And Friday and Saturday nights we used to go out and race cars, out on Industrial Boulevard till the cops would show up. And then everybody split, but we'd always go out there, and that's how we all got started in cars and learning about them and appreciating cars for what they are.
We are completing a 1971 Mach 1 for the Juvenile Diabetes Research Foundation out of Chicago, and that's coming up in February. And that's going to be at the world's biggest auto show. We've been to the Detroit Auto Show a couple of years, and that was wonderful. And that's the grandfather. But then we went to the daddy, which is 1 million people, and we are taking our car there for all the proceeds to benefit the Juvenile Diabetes Research Foundation of Chicago, and we're really excited. Ross is going to be going with us, so we'll see how that goes.
It's an all original numbers matching car, so that's really cool. That makes it really rare, especially with the grabber blue and the silver. But yeah, it's as you can see, this one's going to take a little bit of some time to do because we strip everything right back down, and right now we're sorting out all the parts to make sure of what we have, what we don't have, what it's going to take to do the job correctly.
Everything we make is tied up into cars. There is no spare change anywhere. If there's the project we're working on right now, which is the 71 and a vet for Tommy Chong, all our money is wrapped up into these vehicles, getting the parts and making sure that every part that we need is there. And so blue collar is, we have to lean on, there's days that we're short on cash, and so we have to do certain things. So it is very blue collar. A lot of people see the car shops and see that the car show's on TV, and they think, no, it's not that easy, especially when it's just 2 people. I'm extremely passionate about business because I want to be able to excel, and whoever I'm doing business with, I want them to be able to feel just as good about doing, business with us. The problem is when we do business with so many people, I am so open to give everybody that one shot, and I've been bit a few times, and it's costed Mark and I thousands of dollars. We're going to a Centennial Market. Joe owns it, and it's been there for over 100 years. It's part of the old Route 66 in Daggett. And we drive that extra 20 minutes to go see him because it's just cool people.
How are you?
How are you? Good to see you.
Wonderful people. I know them for a while. I become a friend since the day we saw each other and become a friend. And number one, my customer now, and they come here to see my store and buy stuff from me. They're good people, hard-working family, and more power to them, I hope. See you too, guys.
How you doing? How are you? I'm gonna get a soda. How you been?
I'm doing good. How about you?
Wonderful, wonderful.
What are
Had
you
to
guys
come
doing?
see you. Had to come see you.
Long time no see.
Long time no see.
I had to come in and grab some coffee, Joe.
Yeah, man.
I had to get some coffee.
How you doing?
Good, good. How about you, Joe?
Good, great. They went to the store.
How long is, okay, so you've had this place for how long?
Since 2001.
And how long is this building? How long is this?
That building since 1908.
1908.
Rebuilt out of concrete in 1908, as you see.
So in 1908 it burnt down.
Burned down 1907.
In 07?
Took him a year to build it. Took him a year to build it and reopened it in 1908.
And then you came.
And then I came in 2001.
2001.
Yeah.
You're
I do a
awesome.
lot, yeah. We have charge accounts and we're trying to help people. We have all, we have bill payment, we have Western Union, we have all.
You got it all.
Yeah, every one stop, you know.
Well, actually, I met Angela through social media, and since they were friends of Ralph Richardson, I was also, I still am in heart, but I met them at the memorial. Since then, they told me about a show that they were going to have, and they asked me if maybe I'd like to be a part of it. Well, first of all, I try to stay with the drama and with the TV and that sort of thing. And then they said it was a reality show. Reality show, okay. Yeah, that sounds like fun. And I was open to it. I don't know a whole lot about what they do. In fact, I don't know anything about what they do. I kind of get in the way. In my own little way, I watch, I look, and sometimes I just kind of walk away because it's work. I don't do that kind of stuff, you know.
All right, Jess, thank you very much. You are wrapped. You can leave now. Thank you.
Today we're redoing the fender for the 71 Mach going to JDRF. Mark said that my body work wasn't good enough and had to redo. So I spent another 7 hours on this one side just to make sure the came out right. He really gets on my nerves, but hopefully this will take today. So we're getting ready to paint this fender to make sure it matches the rest of the car and my body works out. Some of our greatest charity event cars were able to have us meet some great celebrities that helped our cause that we were dealing with, like ZZ Top.
Yeah, they were just awesome.
All three of them were really great, and they really supported
Can't tell,
the
we
cause.
love the beards.
So it was really cool, and that car was a 65, no, that was a 68. 68 Mustang.
Convertible.
That's right.
Yeah.
And that went out to Vegas, and they came and signed it. It was a really good
Big
time.
block, 390, yeah.
Yeah, that was a good time with ZZ Top.
We're getting ready, cleaning everything out, getting ready to spray some grabber blue paint today. We're using a single stage paint, and that makes it a little bit easier because it collaborates both steps of the base coat and the clear coat.
Another great Mustang we did was a 1965 Mustang GT.
Fastback.
4-speed.
Raven black interior.
For
Hot car.
the Pirate Toy Fund of Rochester, New York. And that car was really, really cool. That was a black with red, and it raised a lot of money for the Pirate Toy Fund.
ACO 289 4 barrel. Put a little bit of cam in it. It was a nice ride.
You can make dreams dreams come true for local children in need and maybe drive home in your own dream car. Come to Van Bortle Ford to see the 65 Mustang GT Fastback. I'll announce the winner live. Go to piratetoyfund.org today to find out more.
We don't have a paint booth, so therefore we have to utilize everything that we got around here. Mark takes his time to clean out the paint gun. And we put up all the plastic to make sure that nothing gets messed around. We wet the floor. Luckily today's just one fender, so it's a beautiful day here in California. We can step outside and paint it real quick. When Mark and I got together, he had been doing cars his whole life, so we just figured we'd take it to a new step, and it was to sell to casinos. So we did our first one, which was a 1964.5 Mustang, and it went to Lock Bay Desert Casino in the Upper Peninsula of Michigan.
Watersmeet, Michigan.
Yeah, and then the second one was the 1972 Mach 1 that went to Kuwaitan Casino up in St. Ignace, Michigan.
Yep.
Then we did a 1971 Mach 1 for a casino in Wisconsin, Legendary Waters Casino.
Legendary Waters, yeah.
And after doing that for a while, we decided, let's do something for charity and see if we can get some stars out here.
Right, let's see if we can do some good.
Doing a paint job is kind of expensive. It's really expensive. It just depends on the quality of work. We did this stock 1971 Mustang Mach 1, and just in the paints itself, which is stock colors, 2 different colors, we're close to $5,000 in just paint and materials for that car.
Today we're using a Valspar, and this is a Grabber blue paint. It's been mixed up. We have the activator here, and we also have our high performance reducer here, all getting ready to be mixed up into the proper proportions and applied to the fender correctly. You want to make sure that you stir up your paint real well, make sure that all of your solids and everything are stirred up into the column. And here we go, up to our 7. That gives us our first ratio of the 3. Next we have our activator. And this depends on your temperature conditions and shop conditions as to what's the proper activator. Always make sure to strain the paint going into the gun. Get out any little gremlins and goblins that are in there.
When you have a shop and you don't have a lot of budget in your shop, you have to make do with what you got. So basically we cover everything. The floor is usually wet, but since we're only doing a fender today, the wind's not bad out here in sunny California, so we're going to go out here and spray it. So it is extremely expensive. Now the glow-in-the-dark car that Mark had did, those materials were close to $8,000 just for him to get that material. So we're not even talking labor, so it just depends on what you want. Mark wanted to use this paint, so I decided to call the owner of World House of Colors, and he said it had never been done before. So that was the challenge for Mark, and I was so proud of Mark when he actually got the glow-in-the-dark to work.
He says, you know what you're getting yourself into trying this, right? That's an awful expensive thing to not have happen and turn out right.
And we did it. And so it actually appeared at the 2013 auto show, and it was funny because State Senator Debbie Stabenow came by, Counts Customs came by. They had a great time with this car. It glowed in the dark. Angel's Garage is different than other garages. Our garage is 2 people doing everything. And so with us not having everything to do it, you'll be able to relate a lot.
So here we go. First thing we're going to do is our cut-ins. We're going to cut in all areas around the fender that are the hardest to reach first.
We fight all the time.
Yeah, every day it's a constant fight because she's got her way she wants to do things. I've got my way that I like things done. And when they don't correlate,
which is every day.
All hell breaks loose. Especially when you got a firecracker like this one.
It's been sitting here for 3 weeks. All this stuff has been apart. I showed you this stuff at least 3 weeks ago.
You didn't say you
You
did
saw
that.
it. Yeah, you did. Look at. Look at the back of it. I showed you all the stress cracks in the washer. Here we go again. What do you mean whatever?
Whatever.
It's gotta
Shit,
be
you
fucking
say
done.
so times.
This
Shut the
shit's gotta be
up.
done. How are you done? To be done? I did tell you about this.
No, it's every day, because if a screw don't work or a bolt don't come off, oh gosh, I gotta pull out a torch.
Oh, you expect me to do this right, huh? Oh, you expect me to sand that fender correctly so you can do your job right? I'm gonna give you hell if you don't do your job right, but oh, the minute I don't do it, oh yeah.
But we get along.
Look at everything that I, me. Oh, see, and that's one thing. You want to make sure you got your tack rags and all your tools handy just in case you do have that one little thing that happens. So you're not running around at the last second looking for stuff while the paint's drying. Hurry up, oh my God.